Хорошо. Э. Здравствуйте.
Здравствуй.
Мордастый, да?
Угу. Друг на обход ушел.
Ясно. Ладно, я пойду допроходить игру.
Давай.
Понты осталось вроде. Он взрывается, блядь.
My fair cousin, I'm so glad to see you. You are right on time. We have visitors, and your advice would be most welcome. Let me introduce you to the emissaries of Tleme and the Coin Guard. Quite brazen, isn't it? That they would send us an emissary after having tried to assassinate me.
The commander must have a solid reason.
That's what I hope. Your Excellencies, we're listening.
San Mateus has been sustaining attacks of unprecedented violence. They can only be the works of the demons worshipped by the islanders.
Really? Demons? How interesting.
The Mother Cardinal is begging you to send her some troops, as well as your cousin.
We have the same problem. Our men are becoming exhausted, fighting off endless attacks. We were hoping that, despite our past differences, you would agree to help us.
How neatly summarized. Our past differences. My dear allies and neighbors, we are deeply saddened by your misfortune. However, the size of our troops has greatly reduced after the horrific attempt at a coup. And regarding sending my cousin, she's already very busy undertaking a mission of the utmost importance, without even mentioning the fact that what you describe fills me with fear for her life, which is most precious to me. No, I really don't see how I could be of assistance to you.
Constantine, we cannot remain deaf to the call of our allies. I'm sure I can find the time to go and evaluate the situation.
I would love to accompany you, but my people are being wrongfully accused. I am certain of it, and I want to prove it.
Very well, my dear. You know I cannot refuse you anything. But remember how urgent it is for this antidote to be found. We're so close to it now.
Don't worry about it. You know how important this mission is to me.
Well, this audience is coming to an end. Your Excellencies, inform your governors of my cousin's arrival. I hope that you realize how grateful you should be to her.
Absolutely, sire. Thank you for receiving and hearing us.
Чё, блядь?
Constantine.
My adorable cousin. I am always happy to see you. What news do you bring?
I finally managed to enter the sanctuary at the heart of the island, and I was able to talk with Enon Melfrichteman.
How marvelous! Tell me about it.
The sanctuary is heavily protected. Only a
Бля,
high
зря я
king
ему
can
это
open
сейчас
it.
говорю, наверное.
I remember you saying that Vimbar's death wasn't going to help us. How did you fix this problem?
I had to interfere in the natives' elections and earned the trust of the pretender who seemed to be the best choice.
You really are an outstanding diplomat. My father is an old, bitter man, but he was right about you. Tell me, who did you choose?
Dunkus. He's the king of the village of Vigyigador, and a Donegad full of wisdom.
I'm certain that you have made the right choice. And then what did you do?
I was able to enter the sanctuary. It was an incredible experience.
It had to be. Oh, how I envy you. Entering the most secret places on this island, talking to a god. What does he look like? Is he some kind of very old and very powerful Donegan?
No. In fact, I spoke to an extremely large tree, as strange as it may sound.
Fascinating. And I thought that gods were always old bearded men. Did he tell you where the Malachor was coming from? Is it a curse that he cast upon the first settlers?
No. According to him, we are responsible for the emergence of the Malachor. By exploiting the earth so much, we have poisoned it. And the disease has contaminated us through the water we drink and the plants that we eat.
Strange, and yet it seems plausible. So, there wouldn't be an antidote?
He says that the earth can be healed, that his children know how to do it. I suppose he was talking about the Donegada. He also said that by healing the earth, we would heal those who live on it.
This is a fascinating revelation. It won't be easy for our neighbors to accept it, however. I'm afraid that even my father might receive it with skepticism. Did he tell you anything else?
Бля.
Yes, something rather disturbing. He talked about you. He said his existence was in danger because of you.
Really? But that doesn't make any sense. I never hurt anybody on this island. Unlike our neighbors, I have never abducted or tried to convert islanders.
I don't think that's what he was referring to.
Cousin, please, you know me. I have made some mistakes, but I never threatened anybody. The only person who I put in danger is you. And you know how sorry I am about that.
Yes, I do know.
Forget about it, will you? This god manifestly wants us to pay for the sins of our fathers and to have his revenge for the invasion. By sowing the seeds of discord between us, he's probably hoping to weaken us. Do you realize that you have succeeded where everyone else has failed? The whole continent should be thanking you. Is there anything you would like to tell me?
I must take my
Бля,
leave.
можно было ему, в
Take care
принципе, не говорить,
and come
наверное.
back soon.
Потом делов наделает опять. Бля, этот тип скоро тут дырку протрет в мраморе.
Lady de Sade, seeing you is a genuine relief.
Your emissary informed us that you were in need of our help.
Indeed. She must have told you that we were being attacked. We are sustaining the relentless assaults of furious animals, which some people believe to be sent by the demons of the island.
Some people. So you're not certain that's the case?
We were mistaken when we thought them responsible for the Malachor. I became more cautious. But no matter where these attacks come from, our men are becoming exhausted. One of our outposts to the east has sent us a distress message. They won't hold much longer. I beg you, you must go to their aid. Maybe they can help you find out where these beasts come from.
I will go there to meet them. I hope to make it in time.
I am infinitely grateful, Your Excellency. You have proved your efficiency. I am certain you will put an...
I must leave you.
Naturally, Your Excellency.
Все, уже пиздюлей не могу дать нам.
You shouldn't stay here. We're sustaining terrible attacks. The animals appear to be crazy. They already killed several of my soldiers.
We're here to help you.
Are you the backup? We were starting to lose hope. I must admit that I was praying for more soldiers, but any help is welcome. We're under attack every night, and we've already lost a lot of men. At this rate, we won't survive another night.
Don't worry. We'll do everything in our power to make sure that you do.
You still have some time to prepare, before these beasts attack again.
All right. Let's wait.
Ready, weapons? There they are!
Magic is running out. Take a potion. Be careful. Your armor is falling apart. Maybe enlightened will take me in this moment. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
We have succeeded! Bravo, soldiers! We have resisted. Thank you, Excellency. I do not know what would have happened had you not helped us. My troops and I owe you a hearty drink. Thanks for your help. You are an extraordinary fighter. If it weren't for you, the outpost would have undoubtedly fallen tonight.
If these attacks are always this violent, even with our support, it won't hold much longer. We must uncover the origin of these attacks.
I've thought about it, and I sent a few men 2 days ago in the hope that they would find out where the attacks came from. And first and foremost, why they are attacking. But I haven't heard from them since. I'm afraid I might have sent them to their death.
Could you at least tell me which way they went? I might be able to track them.
They followed a trail going north of a place the natives call the Woods of Lightning.
Thank you, officer. I will do everything in my power to find them. Until then, try to hold on.
You be careful.
Vedlook is very close. We are in Daedra's territory. You know what she thinks of Deer and Isley.
Говорят,
I hope she isn't behind those attacks.
горе-разведчики, бля.
If we want to follow the tracks of those soldiers, my child, I think we should go to the northeast.
Чё, бля, да ща найдем, бля, подсказчик.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
This man will die if we don't do something about it.
What happened? You saved me. Thank you. I'd be dead if it weren't for you.
Your officer sent us. He told us that you were looking for the origin of these attacks.
And we found it. We followed the beast's trail and it led us to a large glade east of here. You'll find raised stones there. The ones which are worshipped by the islanders. There was a creature there. A beast so large and so ferocious. I've never seen anything like it. That's what must have been attracting the animals. We wanted to kill it, but it prevailed. All my comrades fell in battle against it. I fled. I had to inform the lieutenant.
And you were right. Don't worry. We'll take care of it now.
We took some notes and we drew a map as we progressed. It may be of use to you. Everything is in that chest.
Следы зверей привели нас к окрестности Ведлога. Скорее всего, хищников насылают местные еретики. Мы ошибались, звери приходят не из деревни. Следы ведут дальше, к сердцу острова. Мы пошли по тропе на восток. Зверей становится больше, бля-бля-бля. Что за мясо?
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Ого! Ого, блядь.
luck is running out. Take a potion. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Бля! Блядь, ебаный камень, блядь! Жесть. Не, Петрик, блядь, ты останешься тут. Что-то ты вообще... Где лагерь мой, блядь? Что-то вы вообще какие-то слабенькие, блядь, в бою. Что, баба отлетела быстро? У Петрика 2600 жизней, пиздец. Ну вот ласка будет нормально разминать его.
this fate!
It was this creature who was leading the animals. It
Звездец.
looks like a guardian, but its skin is strange,
Oh.
covered with ulcers, as if it was sick. That could explain its change in behavior, but not the intelligence with which these attacks were led.
Кричер. Батом мечи с кричер сыпятся, блядь. Блядь, надо ему кортик улучшить. Плюс 120 сюда можно. 460 будет у него. И пистолет.
Your Eminence.
Lady de Sardet. You are back. Once again, your help was a blessing. Did our troops survive?
There were some losses, but the outpost is still standing. And it is thanks to them that I was able to follow the creature's trail. The officer sent out a small party, hoping that they would be able to solve the problem.
Now that's a resourceful man. Did his initiative bear fruit?
His men died, alas. But following their tracks led me to the creature who was leading the animals. It resembled a Nardaig Menaemon, a mountain guardian. But it seemed like it was sick. Its skin was covered in stains and ulcers. And its behavior was different from the other guardians I've met.
Where could it have come from? And why did it send all these beasts after us?
I don't know. But someone must be behind all this. These attacks are too coordinated and too complex to be the work of some creatures.
You are a woman of great ingenuity. I have no doubt that you will solve this mystery. At any rate, I am extremely grateful for the help you have given us.
You're welcome.
Anything else?
Серьезно, золото, блядь. Нахер не надо это
leave
золото.
Naturally, Your Excellency.
Пушку дайте. На косарь урона. Или талантов бы надавали лучше каких-то. Что, у них в городе кузнеца нет? Пиздец. Печально. Печальненько, кузнецов нету. Улучшится. Пиздец, урон. Пиздец, 600 урона, бля, и стрелкового. С хреном. И тут кузнецов нету, да? Да. Да.
Desade, glad to see that resentment didn't prevent your cousin from sending you here. I must admit that I had doubts.
I'm here to listen to what you have to say. It doesn't mean that we'll help you. So, your emissary told us that Hikmet is sustaining attacks.
It's true. Enraged beasts are relentlessly attacking the city and its outposts. My men are tiring themselves out, killing them by the dozen, but they just keep coming. If nothing is done, they'll eventually break through our defenses and invade the city. It will be slaughter.
San Mateus suffered similar assaults. The beasts were led by a creature, some sort of Nardaig. Different from the ones I've seen before. Maybe it's sending creatures here as well. But I killed it, so the attacks should have stopped.
They haven't. San Mateus is far from here. Something else must be going on. I'm convinced that these rebel savages are behind all this. They must believe that the Alliance still controls this town. I sent a scouting party to find out where they are hiding and taming their beasts, but I haven't heard from them since. We must find them and above all stop these attacks. I'm not used to saying this, but for the good of the population, I need your help.
Do you know which way they went?
No. Officer Rainhill, she'll be able to tell.
Very well, Commander.
Anything else?
I must go.
Naturally. I wouldn't want to hold you back.
You managed to make it through. A group of these enraged beasts managed to get past our defenses.
Yes.
Прорвались, а чё вы стоите, блядь,
But
курите,
how did
а?
they make it through?
My men are exhausted. We killed some of them, but we were overrun. Our situation is getting more and more desperate. I don't suppose I need to warn you about the dangers of this road.
Actually, that's why we're here. Your commander sent me. He's lost contact with a group of trackers and is worried.
It looks like, but you...
As I said,
Indeed.
can you tell me?
You have to warn, not to make...
Maybe we can avoid. There aren't many of us.
We were supposed... If you can bring it...
Do you know where this...
From your city, it must have been...
Very well.
The three of you, please, hurry.
We're departing right... I must go.
Goodbye, your ex...
Пиздец, груз им, блядь, принеси. Жопу подотри, блядь, чтоб рассказала, блядь, где. Что за бред?
Soldiers.
Yes, your excellency.
We're ready to leave as soon as you wish.
I'm ready.
We'll follow you. Belong to our caravan.
Let's take a closer look.
I hope that those who are accompanying the caravan are still alive.
You have witnessed the violence of the attacks, Mrs.
Bit of poison on my brain. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this. They're all dead.
But the cargo is still here.
As for the carriage, do any of you know...
There's a lot of work, but
The beasts may come back at any moment.
I'm starting right away.
And don't worry.
Bit of poison on my blade.
Зачем, блядь, ты атаку перекидываешь, дура, блядь? Блять, сколько ты чинить можешь то колесо, блять? Чёма? Я? А что там надо? Напиши. Какой базар, тут мир спасаем, блядь. Наконец-то раздуплился, тип.
I did what I could, but it should hold.
And now we'll have to drag it all the way to the outpost.
Let's depart before more beasts arrive.
Here you are. I don't know how to thank you. Our cargo has finally arrived. With this ammunition, we'll be able to hold back the assaults, and the medicines have already given a boost to 3 of my men.
It was not an easy task, so I'm pleased that all this has been useful to you.
Here, take this. This is all I can offer to thank you, but I give it gladly.
Thank you, Captain.
Бля, все золото дают и так мало.
Now can you tell me...
They went towards the west.
Are you talking about the donat?
If you like. So I sent my men. This isn't the first.
I see.
Good luck.
You can count on me. I must go. Goodbye, Captain.
Goodbye, Your Excellency.
Разведчики гребаные. Что там, 3 очка, бля? 3 очочка, 3 очка. Цинь, и нет 3 очков. Это что, у меня бомба теперь есть? Заклинание бомба. Яся. 5. Сейчас проверим. Прикольно. И полетела бомба. По горлу, блядь. Кто там подсматривает и не здоровается, а?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Are you the scout sent by the governor of Hikmet?
Can't you tell?
He was worried that he wasn't getting any news from you. He wants me to help him put an end to the attacks. Have you just...
Yes. The camp of rebel savages. They must be the ones sending us the beasts. And these barbarians.
You may be right, but I'd rather be certain. I know the leader of this camp. I'll go talk.
Why didn't you inform the governor?
Because I'm a diplomat. You should go back to the outpost now.
Так вот, валите отсюда. Работает спецотдел, бля. Золотой шлем. Синий плащ. Прикольно. Бомба это на толпу тупо. Они еще и оглушаются все.
I wanted to speak to you about the assaults that Hikmet and its outposts have been sustaining.
Assaults? We have nothing to do with it this time. My men are not ready to attack the big city.
They're not being attacked by men, but by beasts. Dozens of them.
So, they are also attacking the Renaigse? That's a relief.
What do you mean?
Приятно слышать.
The animals are attacking us as well. They throw themselves at any man crossing their path, as if they were enraged. They even throw themselves at the camp's defenses. I had never seen anything like it before.
A similar thing was happening west of the island. The animals were led by some sort of guardian. It resembled a Nardaig Menamen, but its skin was black and covered in ulcers.
I have never seen a guardian that fits the description you've given. I don't think they exist.
Could a Doneigad have done this?
You're a typical Renaigse. You don't understand anything. The Nardaig are our ancestors. None of our people would make a Nardaig suffer, even if their heart was black and full of resentment.
And yet someone or something is making the beasts aggressive here as well. And we must find it.
We? Do you want us to work together?
Why shouldn't we? Don't you want to stop this too?
That's true.
Mal! Our guardian! He had changed! He is attacking our own!
What? Come, follow me!
Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go!
Блядь, зачем она бьет, сука, если я нажимаю четвертую, пилится, блядь.
ебаю. Еще раз. Угу. Кто-то помер уже.
What happened to our Nadai?
No idea. I'm sorry. It left me no choice.
You fought bravely and you did what you had to do. Our guardian had changed. It no longer recognized its children, and it was the one leading these beasts against us.
Oh.
Something really bad must have happened to it.
It resembled the other guardian I told you about. As if they had the same disease.
Guardians don't get sick. They are far more than beasts.
And yet you and I saw the same thing. At last, the attack should stop now. What are you doing here?
Who are these Renaitse? Spies?
They only came here to
Spies.
discover the source of the attacks.
And they thought we were responsible.
Spice Girls, ёпта, блядь.
You should have gone back to the outpost.
Приехали с концертом к вам.
I'm sorry. We were uncertain that we could trust you. You said you knew these people, and then we heard cries and saw the giant creature attacking their camp. And we realized that it was this creature who was leading the beasts.
And you discovered that we weren't to blame.
Yes. I'm really sorry. We should go back to the outpost now.
Then, if we let them go, they'll tell their leader the location of our camp.
You. Are you prepared to swear that you will never speak of this place?
You saved our comrades and maybe our city by killing this beast, so... Yes. We swear.
I hope that they will be true to their word. Fine. They can go.
We are extremely grateful.
Thank you, Darren. Now, let's go tell the governor of Hikmet about this guardian.
Qua awalen segrenaigse. And if you find the one who's behind all
Походу
this,
последний босс
kill
скоро.
him.
Kill him. Кильк в автомате сделай ему. Просто сделай ему кильку в автомате. Пропавший разведчик, окей. Нашелся.
Так, я извиняюсь, я сохранюсь. Игру не закрываю. Просто оставляем. Сейчас приду на базар. Ура! Так. Это есть, это есть. Emergency. Emergency. Что за подлагивание? Алло. Блять, а если в настройках есть такая интересная опция сложность? Почему не описывается, что будет при той или иной? Меньше того, быстрее кач или что? Лагерь или не разбит? Фрасонегад. А тут что? Ой, тут вообще... А что ж он даст, интересно, за это? Оскверненные. А что она у меня осталось? Нафиг все мне эти. Ключ от тюрьмы, вообще 2 ключа. Йо, это все попродавать баксики будет стоить. Великолепное перо. А, это ну вес. Так, окей. Меткость 1. А мышка сорылая, да. Значит, это максимум, так а максимум. Мостовой альянс, подозрительность, монетная стража. Ну, как они самые херовые были в игре. Мостовую охрану я не помню. Пом-пом-пом-пом. Пом-пом-пом. Что мне скажете?
I suppose that you've been informed.
Yes, I was told that the
Да,
attacks
мне
had
доложили,
stopped.
что нападения прекратились.
So,
Это были
was it the
дикари, верно?
savages, like I thought?
Херово
No,
доложили те.
The Donaya Exregao were being attacked by these animals as well. And they were as surprised as I was to see that the beasts were answering the call of a strange-looking guardian. He seemed to be afflicted by the same disease as the one who led the attack on San Mateus.
Either way, the Guardians are creatures of the island. They protect the natives. The rebels may not be involved in these attacks, but that doesn't mean that another tribe isn't responsible.
The natives knew it and said that it was transformed. It looked sick. No native would make a guardian suffer like that. Someone else must be responsible for these attacks. I just don't know who yet.
Knowing you, you will eventually find out. And I hope you'll make them pay for those who died in Hikmet. In the meantime,
Кто? Константин, кто
please
еще?
take this as a token of our gratitude. And as
Что,
an
опять
apology,
золото?
I now realize that I should never have acted against you or your cousin.
Thank you, Commander. I will inform him of your apologies as well as your gratitude.
Anything else?
Пиздец.
I must go.
Naturally. I won't want to hold you back.
Commander
Lady does...
I must go.
Naturally.
Походу скоро конец.
Constantine.
My adorable cousin. I am always happy to see you. What news do you bring?
We managed to solve the problem of the attacks on San Mateus.
Really? So, what was causing them?
The city and its outposts were being continuously attacked by animals. These beasts were led by a large creature that strangely resembled a mountain guardian.
This is the same creature which High King Vinbar turned into, isn't it?
Exactly. Except it looked sick and it didn't act like the High King did. It was calling the animals around it, and it seemed like it was transferring its disease to them before making them attack. I've never seen anything like it. And there's more. Hikmet was in a similar situation, do you remember?
Of course. Don't tell me that a guardian was involved there as well.
Yes. The governor was convinced that the attacks were led by the islanders, and yet they were being attacked as well. And it was by their side that I fought the creature. That time it was a Nardaig Glenderman, a beach guardian, but it seemed just as sick. And it was also manipulating the animals to make them aggressive.
So, it would be some kind of epidemic affecting the Guardians. I don't see what we can do about it. Actually, I think you have already done what had to be done, by eliminating those that were threatening our neighbors.
Perhaps. But I am certain that there is more to it than a simple epidemic. These beasts attack in a coordinated fashion, which requires an intelligence that they don't have.
You're exaggerating, fair cousin. The attacks you thought were coordinated may just have been coincidental.
You may be right. But I can't help thinking that someone is behind all this.
Do you really believe that a Denegad would want to take over the island? Cousin, you know how much I respect you, but frankly, this doesn't seem very coherent. But I see it's already quite late. If you'll excuse me, fair cousin. Regrettably, I must leave you.
Where are you going?
Not very far, rest assured. But I have a small personal matter to take care of, you see. Don't be concerned. There's absolutely no risk. Use the opportunity to take some rest. You've really performed miracles recently. See you later.
But why would he leave like that? Guard, do you know where my cousin is going?
Sorry, Your Excellency. His Highness didn't tell me anything.
You are one of his bodyguards, aren't you?
I am, Your Excellency. But recently it has been difficult to force His Highness to accept our presence.
Recently? You mean this isn't the first time he's left without an escort?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency.
You'd better tell me everything.
But Fine. I don't mean to be disrespectful towards him. But His Highness's behavior has been very peculiar recently. He sleeps very little and goes out alone almost every night.
And it didn't occur to anyone that I should be informed?
Well, His Highness had specifically ordered us not to tell you about it.
And where does he go? I thought the days when he used to go from tavern to tavern were over.
He doesn't go to taverns, Your Excellency. From what I know, he goes outside the city.
Where could he go outside the city?
I've no idea.
Колдовать куда,
We saw him
ебать?
going north.
Мозг вырубите.
That's all I know.
Are you certain? It would be a shame for you to be transferred to the protection of the mines.
Absolutely certain, Your Excellency. If you want to know more, I'm afraid you'll have to...
I don't like this at all. What could he be doing outside every night?
He never was very reasonable. But it is true that these walks at night are rather...
Какая сила! Я чувствую себя всемогущим. Мои предположения подтвердились. Связь, которую установил кАнеЦ, меня исцелила. Новые связи, которые создал я сам, превратили меня в бога. Скоро мне подчинятся весь остров. Здесь только никто не помешает. Ночью группа островитян изгоев видела, как я проходил по Кенуару. Если он расскажет, все придется прахом. Сегодня постараюсь их избавиться.
Starting to believe that the revelations of Anon Millefricton
Понятно,
have
что
some truth
валить
to
всех.
them. Let's rummage through his papers. We may find a clue.
It can't be easy to discover that your cousin has descended into madness. But we can't let him kill these people simply because he's afraid they might have seen him.
And let's go!
May the trees on your road always bear fruit.
Thanks. You saved us. These beasts would have torn us to shreds.
These animals were strange, as if they were enraged. Thanks again, Renaigse.
I'm glad I could help you. And perhaps you can do me a favor in return. I'm looking for a young man, a Renaigse. But he looks a bit like an Onol Manawi.
Someone like you?
In some ways. But his marks are different. Darker.
She's talking about the crazy Donegad.
Indeed, that might be him. Do you know where to find him?
No, we see him passing by around nightfall, but we don't know where he's going.
He walks along the path, often followed by some beasts.
He has a sinister look in his eyes. He scares me, so we stay hidden.
And you do well to hide. I think he's the one who sent these animals to attack you. Do you have any idea how I could figure out where he's going?
She could hide in the old house. She would see him passing by and could follow, couldn't she?
You're right. If you take this path to the right, you'll reach an abandoned house. You can hide there.
And thank you.
Be prudent.
You're very icy.
It's a long story.
When I was young, I got engaged to a young man, but he wasn't my minundanem. I thought he was, but I was wrong. And one day, I met the one I would love for all my life. As I had broken my engagement, we were exiled.
So, our parents came to settle here. They built this house, and we were born.
There. Now you know the whole story. Do you want to know anything?
I'll leave you.
Qua owl.
We can't be seen from the path. Let's wait here to see where Constantine goes.
It's Constantine. With some friends.
Эх, Костян, Костян.
Constantine, what are you doing?
Cousin! You're here! I would have preferred that you learn all of this another way. To be able to reveal everything to you in better circumstances. But whatever power we earn, there are some things that escape us.
I had no idea what you were talking about. But what are you doing here?
I seem monstrous to you. I am well aware of that. But I promise to explain everything when the moment is right. Then you will understand. You will see. Oh, the temptation is so great to share all with you right now. You have done so much for me. You have given me so much. I haven't forgotten, believe me. But I still have more to do. Forgive me and have patience. Hold them back. But do not kill her for anything in the world.
Чё, блядь?
Constantine, come back and explain yourself. He would have let me die. He's gone mad. It's the only explanation.
Poison on my blade. Then let's go! More spells. Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Flesh of my earth, help me. You saw him do it, didn't you? You saw him draw from me, steal my children, my guardians, pervert my force.
Yes, but I don't understand.
What he wants, eternity, strength, power. It is what they all want. Those who take without looking beyond themselves. Like all those from the faraway lands.
Чтобы с
He
деревом
wasn't
общаться.
like that. He couldn't care less about all that.
Then it is the sickness, the brevity of his existence that terrified him to the point it changed who he is. You must stop him. Each time that he bonds, he destroys me a little more. And with me, the hope for a cure. And now it's my heart, my most sacred sanctuary that he covets. You must kill him.
That is madness.
The consequence of his folly, yes. Believe me, there is no other solution. Stop him, flesh of my earth, or there will be nothing left to save.
I still can't believe this.
I understand what you feel. I have trouble believing it myself, but Enon Milfrichtaman never lies. We need to stop your cousin by any means possible.
We must learn more if we want to understand his plans and prepare against them. This hiding place he was talking about in his notes. We must find it.
Don't forget, he has a personal guard. He's bound to have warned them against us after what happened.
You're right. We should be careful.
And we're gonna need an army. Alone against all of these creatures will be no match for them.
The natives will follow us. What do you think about the Nords?
I would like to answer you myself, but alas, I cannot. The question...
The idea disgusts me to ask for help from that viper, and we could also speak to what an absurd...
Короче, надо со
but not
всеми
here.
сейчас
Let's
побегать,
go.
пиздеть, собирать армию. Торговец, дружество, вражда. Чё? Да. Вот это прикол. Хераки сразу вражда, блядь.
Eminence, I salute you.
Lady de Sardet, what can I do for you?
Do you remember I thought someone must have been responsible for the attacks you sustained?
Yes, you thought that this guardian who sent us the animals couldn't have been acting alone.
And I was right, sadly.
You're hesitating. Are you afraid of my reaction?
Indeed. As the person responsible is none other than my cousin, Constantine.
Does this mean that the congregation has decided to wage war on us? And thanks to which obscure alliance has your cousin been able to manipulate these creatures?
Constantine acted alone. And he betrayed us as much as he betrayed you, believe me. As for the way he manipulated these creatures... Do you remember that my cousin was sick?
Absolutely. And it is said that his recovery was the result of a rather suspicious miracle. Are you telling me that your cousin has made a pact with the demons of this island?
Something like that. He was cured by a donegad of the island who performed a bonding ritual. But the power he received from this made him thirsty for more, and he bonded himself to other places, thus gaining control over the guardians who were protecting these sacred places.
But why attack us? Did his madness make him forget about our alliance?
His thirst for power is making him want to control the island entirely by himself. And I know that for this purpose he will soon attack the natives' main sanctuary on the volcano. I won't stand a chance against all the creatures he's taken control of, and I need some help. I will go and find the other factions, of course, but we need the help of Thélème. Having a common enemy should help us forget all the differences that have been opposing us.
The idea that we would protect the sanctuary from an insular demon is completely insane. But you have helped us several times, and I trust your judgment. You can count on our help. My men will fight by your side.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Thanks to your wisdom, we have a chance to prevail. I must leave you.
Naturally, Your Excellency.
Интересно, если просто пойти в одно рыло, блин, и развалить. Блядь, бегать каждого упрашивать сейчас. Пожалуйста, станьте, ну, там такой плохой.
Commander Torsten.
Lady de Sardet.
I investigated and discovered the identity of the person who orchestrated the attacks on Hikmet.
I was certain you would eventually find out who. You never give up. So, who is the bastard responsible for all these deaths?
My cousin, Constantine.
Your cousin? You have some nerve. What do you want? For me to declare war on you?
No. You must understand that the congregation had no hand in this. Constantine acted alone. Ever since he fell ill, he hasn't been himself. And who knows? Maybe the shock he felt after your attempted coup had something to do with it.
These attacks would be his revenge. Why target the others then?
I don't know. But I know that he performed a native ritual bonding him to the island several times. Each of these rituals gave him a great magical power and control of some guardians. Now he's threatening to target the main native sanctuary at the heart of the island. And if he succeeds, we won't be able to stop him.
You come here with your bizarre tales about magic, rituals, and sanctuaries. Probably expected me to send my troops out far away from my city. For all I know, you might very well still be acting on your cousin's behalf.
If that were the case, why would I have come to your rescue when the creatures attacked you? I could have just let them overwhelm you, and your city would have fallen. But despite your treason, I helped you. And I'm now asking you to help me in return. I already managed to convince other factions to support me, but your men are still the best soldiers. If we want to have a chance at saving this island and its population, we must fight together.
I am in your debt, it's true. Without your intervention, I would probably have lost my city. And since I don't want you to think I'm ungrateful, I will give you this. I hope that it will prove useful to you, but you will have to fight without us. My men will never follow you in battle. They don't trust you. Sorry, Tesade.
Вот черт.
But thank you, Commander.
Черт ёбаный.
Naturally, I won't want to hold you back.
Так и шо он мне дал, блядь? О, ого, о, ого-го. Ого-го. Так, если сюда добавить 120, то будет 449, но тут плюс магический урон. Ого-го, окей. Ну окей. Тоже неплохо. Только нужен кузнец улучшить все это дело. Сыкуля. Прийти к ему навалять пилюлей после всего. Блин, а улучшить будет стоить до хрена, да, если сам? $389. Сила у меня есть, 3-й уровень ремесла. Ну да, где такое взять? Нигде. Только кузнецу идти. А у этих тоже, да, не кузнецов, ни хрена. Один кузнец на всю карту получается. Офигенно.
What brings you here on Manawi?
I came to ask your help in stopping my cousin, Dunkas. Did you hear about the attacks of creatures led by strange guardians throughout the island?
Yes, Darren sent a messenger to tell me about it.
My cousin was sick, and to cure him, kAneCz used the bonding ritual on him. But the power he received from it made him mad, and he started bonding himself in other places. He transformed his guardians each time, and used them to attack those he considers to be his rivals.
What you're telling me is terrifying. Katasak and Devosh should never have bonded him. Your cousin is breaking the balance. He's consuming and will only want to consume more.
Indeed. Anon Milfrichteman warned me that Constantine was now targeting the sanctuary at the heart of the island. I cannot fight him alone. I need allies. I already convinced some other factions to support us, but I also need the help of your people, because we must all stand together to stop the threat that is weighing on the island.
Your will to create an alliance between all the peoples on this island is wise and noble. And the call of Enomil Frichteman cannot remain unanswered. We will be by your side in the battle. I am not a fighter, but Deirdre will lead our warriors. And I would also like for you to take this weapon. I pray it will be useful in the fight that is coming.
Thank you, Dunkus.
Don't thank me. You managed to earn my people's trust.
Все дают
And
топоры
you fight
какие-то,
for a
блядь.
cause that affects us all. May the earth
Почему вначале не
support
давали?
each of your steps, and may the volcano give you its strength.
I must admit that I expected Dunkus to be more angered when he learned what Constantine had done.
Надо было в монетную стражу в конце прийти, когда все уже добро отдали.
Even amongst the Doneigada, Enon Milfrichteman speaks in his ear.
Так, что он дал? Дубинку?
What was happening, even before we came to see him.
That confirms it.
Умереть раньше. Бля, ну она такая вся, конечно. Это будет позадороже. Еще с двумя дырами. Так, окей, погнали дальше. Нафты нам, наверное, помогут. По-любому. Да вообще нам все должны помогать. Кроме монетной, которые в последнюю секунду тупо вся репутация слетела. Вообще ни за что просто. Пипец.
Desarde, what?
I have come to ask for your... My cousin has been plunged into madness, and he apparently wishes to conquer the whole island. He took control of many creatures by reenacting rituals he learned from the islanders. And now he uses them to attack the cities and villages of those he considers to be his rivals.
A difficult situation, admittedly, but one that does not concern us. Who's in charge of the island is none of our business, Desarde, and you know that.
It actually does concern you. If my cousin takes control of the island, soon there will be no ports where your ships can berth. He's not looking for political influence. He desires power. Absolute power.
I see. It's a decent argument. So what now?
We must stop him at all costs. And for that, I will need allies. I already have the support of other factions, but I was hoping I could count on the help of the Nords.
Я слышу, что там кузнец где-то рядом,
My men
прямо у
aren't
нее.
really used to fighting on land, but they will be by your side. You have proven time and time again that we can trust you.
Thank you, Admiral.
May the winds be in your favor, Desarde. You'll need all the help you can get.
Тут же не было кузнеца. Там ее. Так. Сейчас пойдем улучшимся. А потом... О, убежище. Я там в самом начале бегал карты.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent.
Oi, best fortunes here for a day. Oh, so great.
Да-да, привет. Где наша булава? Вот она. $389. 49. Да. Так, что-то Васка надо было лучше, по-моему. А, кортик я хотел. Подожди, если у него 376 сейчас. Если улучшить кортик, будет 460. Бля, ну так-то да, чё б не улучшить. Не. А, можно. Нормально. Оденешь, дядька, себе стилетик такой нехилый. Так, а ты можешь... Не намного. Пускай, давай. Так, все, да? Бан аж светится. Нормуль.
Good day.
Alas, that title signifies nothing anymore, Lady de Sardet.
I am truly sorry.
Thank you. A great many excellent sages and good people. We should have been more vigilant. These traitors must have been planning. Well then, what might the simple Dr. Burren do?
Since you broach the subject of treachery with complacency...
I'm not sure I understand. What are you speaking about?
Have you forgotten that after sending me to save your servants, that you then again sought my assistance? According to you, I needed only to convince the Tiana Hakadactus to provide us with a remedy. But you used me like a pawn, seeking in truth to capture her.
I cannot understand why you are reacting in this way. I was certain that the witch doctor would refuse to help us. They have us marked down as enemies, after all. And I had good reason to believe that you would not resort to physical persuasion.
You were even ready to use brute force against your own allies.
Whatever do you mean?
After wounding the Tiana, your spy attempted to kill me, Excellency. And you dare to tell me that my anger is exaggerated. Can I remind you that to assassinate a legate is to declare war against her sovereign?
I never... I promise you that I had no intention for any harm to befall you. That man went beyond his orders, I assure you. I implore you, please accept my sincerest and profound apologies in the name of the Bridge Alliance.
I can only give you the benefit of the doubt for now, Your Excellency. I'm surprised that your spy has not returned to report the mission's failure. Has he fled, rather than assuming responsibility for his crime?
I have not seen him, this is true. Which does not surprise me, given all that you have just told me. But know that he will be caught and judged for his crime. I am all the more sorry because your cousin has been quite generous with me. I should have made myself clearer, made certain that my orders were without ambiguity. And concerning the
Бля, я когда перевалил
was a
всех.
remedy. It was a wild goose chase. Perhaps some sort of machination.
No. That is terrible. This is a great setback. How could I have been so naive? What a shame. I am truly sorry that you risked your life in vain.
We are looking for help.
Help? I doubt that I could be of any usefulness, but I'll hear you out, of course.
I do not know if it's the Malachor or the ritual that saved him that's to blame. But my cousin has fallen prey to madness. He has decided to take control of the island, using powers he has gained from the peculiar bond he has forged.
I'm not sure I understand what you are telling me. Of course I have heard you speak of the miraculous healing of Constantine. But what do you mean by powers and a bond?
My cousin participated in a ritual that links him to the island, as many of the natives have done. This ritual saved him and gave him his powers, and he now uses them in his thirst for conquest.
I'm not sure I believe in these mad stories, which resemble far too much the superstitions of Teleme. But if your cousin wishes to conquer this island for himself, it is vital to stop him. Alas, I no longer have an army, nor even doctors to send to heal your troops. Only this old weapon that allowed me to survive the coup d'etat.
Пиздец.
Take it. It is a unique weapon that I created myself. I hope that it will serve you well.
Thank you, Doctor. I will use it well.
Anything else?
Интересно, если бы по другому квесту проходить, тогда и не развалить. Могли бы они как-то. Опять оружие, блядь, что за оружие? И что он дал? Винтовку, которую я одеть не могу, да? Зашибись. Вот кто может. Четырехствольник, блядь. Никогда винтовки не улучшал. Интересно, можно улучшить ее? Да.
The best forge in Tier for a day.
Союз не получился. Фигово. Фигово, что союза не вышло, блядь. Шмотки это хорошо, но союз было бы интересно, если получилось бы сделать. Очень было бы интересно, если получилось бы. Все бы вышли бы. Бля, там еще куча поселений было. Эти священники поселения. Че у них помощь не попросить?
Hello, Glendan.
Birt Tirtomad Olmenawi. What can I do for you?
To tell you that men are going to come all the way to the sanctuary. Some Renaigse.
I thank you for coming to warn me in person. But our High King has already spoken to me. I am disgusted to welcome warriors of the faraway island. But the decision is not mine. And in truth, we do not have the choice, do we?
No. It is all of Tirfridi and Enon Milfrictamen that's in danger. We have need of every able warrior to protect them. You need to prepare yourself as well. I fear that you will not be spared.
We will fight, have no doubts. Because such is our duty and our will. These are our lands that are attacked.
I have no doubt. Good luck, Glendan.
May the rocks give
Ну
you
шо,
their
бля?
toughness. You shall need it more than everyone else. Can I do anything else for you?
Чё, дал шот, не?
I must leave.
Qua awelem.
Сильный чё? Бля, он что-то дал вкусненькое. Зелье, да? Сильное зелье тумана. Хуя. Подбухнем потом. Таланты, естественно, таланты. Но это не надо, это у кузнеца можно улучшать. Зелье делать. Да, ничего так. Харизма тоже классная штука. Так, это все круто. Все. Валева. Валева, волева. Вольва.
The cave that Constantine indicated in his notes shouldn't be very far.
Put some cards. Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go!
кАнеЦ.
Да ё, какие разговоры, вы чё, прикалываетесь, блядь? Так, стопэ, нихуя не понял. Там убежище. Все, теперь понял. Просто в пещеру идти. Сиора с броней херово. Вот она и отлетает.
По моим расчетам, если провести обряд связи, кредвенье и ведвилли ослабеет настолько, что я смогу его победить. Глупого древнего бога.
Constantine has marked several places on this map. I recognize some of them. They're sacred places for the natives. Places of connection. This place. This journal. Oh, my poor Constantine. You have completely lost your mind. What are you hoping to achieve with these rituals?
No Donegad has ever done such a thing. It goes against the balance that we are defending. Enon Mirfrichteman was right. Your cousin wants power. He is feeding from the strength of Tyr Fredi.
So much so that he is threatening Enon Milfrichteman himself. He wants to take his place. To think he's been plotting this absurd plan for weeks. He even used us to achieve it. The intruder in the sanctuary was certainly sent by him to scout the place. We will need to gather allies if we're going to stop him. But we will also have to weaken him and break apart the bonds that he has established.
In that case, it would be best to go see Dunkus. After all, he did say that his clan knew how to heal the earth, didn't he? And Merv is a bit too hostile.
You're right. Let's go and find him.
Прикольная пещерка. О, булава, кстати, такая себе. Урон стихии, там что-то такое. Могло бы быть и лучше.
What brings you here on Almanawi?
As I've told you before, my cousin bonded himself in many places before he decided to target the heart of the island.
You did tell me, and you must know that by doing so, he has acquired a power that no Donegada has ever possessed.
That is why I need your help. We need to break some of his bonds in order to weaken him.
Rest assured, all the Donegada will answer to the call of their Hoi King. And with their help, we will heal the wound your cousin has opened. However, to accomplish this, it is I who will need your help.
What can I do?
During the ritual, the one who is bonding himself spills some of his blood near the base of a stone. And this blood summons a guardian. The guardian lifts the stone so that it may serve as an anchor point for the bond. The only way to break this bond is to have a guardian topple the stone. We will be able to do it, but these rituals take a long time. Too long to be done quickly. So, in the meantime, you must prevent your cousin from drawing magic from the place. Here, take these seeds and plant them at the bottom of your cousin's bonding stones. These plants grow very fast, and their roots will prevent him. However, you must be careful.
Thank you, Dunkus.
And thank you for wanting. Don't worry. I will send more people.
Посадить корешки, бля. Господи, бля. Ах, так пугать, блядь.
Шо пугать? Кого пугать?
Здорово.
Че голос такой уставший?
Не выспался.
Так а че не спишь?
Чё? Пройду игру и буду отдыхать.
Финальный бой, похоже.
Не, финальный бой будет вообще эпичным, мне что-то так кажется, блядь.
О, популяр новый. Ломай эту тварь. Здесь выбор сложности есть?
Да. Можно в любой момент менять.
Ты на обычный?
Да.
На харде здесь, наверное, тяжко.
На харде просто надо пить миллион зелий,
Просто
угадывать миллион блоков и отлетать от одной пиздюли, если что сделал неправильно.
Короче, тупо гемор.
Да.
The plant seems to be growing extremely fast. The Donegada of Duncus's clan are sure to be here soon to finish breaking the
Че,
bond.
пацаны, за нее дали, за эту твариночку?
Да нет, уже конец идет. То, что можно было, уже дали. Сейчас будет скоро финальная пиздюля.
В профиль на этого, ну сколько же Макдака, ну.
Да мне не сильно нравится этот шлем, ну, блядь, такое.
Ну, эффективный, да?
Да.
Подходишь такой к противнику и...
Типа того.
Как Дональд Дак. Видел хук про него там? Как ему голос исправили.
Не помню.
Mad Scientist.
Сука, он раз прыгает на меня и пиздец, жизнь он, блядь, вся херня, блядь. Бля, ебучий кот, блядь. Сейчас приду. Да отойди, блядь. Сука тупая, блядь. Колдуй издалека, блядь.
Now let's plant the seed Dunkus gave us at the base of the raised stone. Look, the plant seems to be growing extremely fast. The Doneigada of Dunkus's clan are sure to be here soon to finish breaking the bond.
О, исчез этот. Нищай. Нищай. О, а там я так и не полазил. Фрасонегат. Лагерь у Доносет. Доносет. Фрасонегат. Проход между корней. Проход между корней. Ну это сюда, оп. А вот туда как? Так и не попал. Было закрытым. Может сейчас открыто. Лагерь австралийская часть. Ну, гляну. Да, где элементальный урон? Хер поймешь. Ну, все так же, туда нельзя пройти. Видно, но пройти нельзя. Ай. Тут алтарь был вроде. Ладно, хрен с ним, может потом откроется как-то. Хотя конец игры уже, блядь. Не понял.
How are you feeling, my child? What you are about to do is difficult.
Don't make it harder than it has to be, Petrus. Fighting against your cousin isn't pleasant, but it's the only logical thing to do.
A nicer way of saying she has no choice.
Indeed. I must stop Constantine, regardless of what it may cost me. Not only to obtain an antidote to the Malachor, but also to save this island.
I have learned many things by your side, and thanks to you, I was able to give my mother back to the earth. I won't forget this. And this is my land, my people. I will be by your side. You will not go through this ordeal alone.
We will all be with you. After all, this concerns all of us, doesn't it?
Naturally.
We will be by your side to support you both physically and spiritually.
Thank you. You have been precious allies, and you are proving once more the value of your friendship. Now, let's go. It'll be a shame if we arrive too late.
The entrance to the sanctuary has been forced. A fight took place here.
Constantine managed to get through. Let's hurry.
По следам профессора? Ну что, прикольчики какие-то были по левой части, по правой слетел.
Someone has to stop these creatures, otherwise you'll never reach Constantine.
Are you sure that you want to do this?
If I can give you just a few more minutes, at least it's something. So yes, I'm sure. Go now and stop your cousin. I don't want to be doing this for nothing.
In that case, thank you and good luck.
Блять, я тут на минуту хватит. Подожди, это если слева не идти? Ой, справа. Хер поймешь. Опа, по драчке. А по правой стороне, когда шел, не было вообще зверей этих. Может, старичок это все-таки дошел до конца? Пошел. Это он, дерево. Вот это поворот. Не, спасибо, он дошла, ваш не нужен.
There you are. I was starting to think that we would die here for nothing. Your cousin just passed through here with a horde of beasts, and he keeps sending us more.
We won't hold very long. We're not used to fighting creatures like these.
We are, and we will hold long enough for you to reach the heart, even if we must die in the process. But you must chase him. You must prevent him from performing the ritual at all costs. If Enon Milfrichtimen dies, we're all doomed.
I'm well aware of that, believe me. But here come some more beasts. To arms!
Точно, блядь, одна пиздюля, блядь, жизни нету, блядь. Блядь, а можно убежать, не? Спасибо.
Wait. I'll stay with my people. We need to prevent the beast.
Yeah, we could use some help here, to be honest.
I wouldn't have put it that way, but the Murray...
You see?
You should go now. And may the volcano...
Well...
Что, со мной священник один остался? Пиздец. Блять, почему именно этих тварей, блять, прислали, которые пол пиздюля вырубают? Бля, ну да, еще ты поця подал пиздюлей стань. Пиздец. Вести, конечно, блять, конечно, хуйня это была, где она, нахуй ее? Смотрим, сколько это будет пробивать их. Блять, не хуже. И быстрее, блять.
There you are. Praise the enlightened. Your cousin
has already reached the heart. Our other allies informed me. They are also trying to stop the creatures.
What do you intend to do?
Pursue him all the way there and do everything I can to stop him.
In that case, may the enlightened keep you in his divine... Oh no. More beasts are coming. Be prepared!
Уеби отсюда, блядь.
This time it's my turn. I'm staying with my people.
I knew you'd say that.
Well, I wasn't going to let the young ones get all the glory.
Your help would be a blessing, Father.
You see? You should go now, my child. Be careful. We are all praying for your success.
Собрал всех, а пошел один
Be
молиться.
careful too.
Что у нас там, талантик?
Константин!
Давай.
Restrain her.
Ого. Ебать. Ебать получится, блядь. Так, что мне за зелье там дали, блядь? Туманом. О! Нормальное зелье тумана, блядь. Бывает. А, она меня не видит, что ли?
I'm sorry.
Why? Why have you done this?
But for you. For us. So that we may live free at last.
This makes no sense. Constantine, it's madness.
You don't understand because you're still attached to the old world. This old, dying world which, to survive, has betrayed, used, and manipulated us and would not have hesitated to kill us.
Perhaps, but...
I've seen death, cousin. And I understood the vanity of it all. My father's ruses just so he could earn more power. The political bowing and scraping to preserve corrupted nations. I have been offered unrivaled power, allowing me to get rid of this. To send the old world back to its inevitable death and to build something new here. Something unique. And this new world is my gift to you. You and I could be its new gods, the immortal and benevolent monarchs.
He himself is the incarnation of the old world he is speaking of. He has its vices and its poison. For his own immortality, he's prepared to destroy everything around him, to break millennia of cycles. I implore you, flesh of my land, think of all the lives that will come to an end to feed his pride.
Don't listen to this old god. He's like all the others, after all, clinging to life. All you have to do is to bind yourself here, with me. And we will be gods together, forever.
Пиздец.
Come.
Good night, sweet prince.
After the fall of Constantine, my young student managed to establish stronger links between the old nations and the natives. Some of their donegada were even invited to the continent, and with their help, it slowly became a land filled with life again. And for the first time in a long while, the number of cases of the Malicor is decreasing. Those who bravely fought at Dorhad Genadu were celebrated everywhere. After all, if it weren't for this unlikely alliance, the island would have fallen into Constantine's greedy hands. Siora obtained the title of Marl of the Red Spears alongside her twin. She leads them with wisdom, but often reunites with the one she still calls her kAneC. Afra set aside her weapons and went back to her research on the native culture and flora of the island. It is said that she is even writing a book with the help of Dunkas's clan when not visiting her friends. For his bravery, Vasco was awarded the rank of commander. He now travels the sea at the head of a whole fleet, but he often comes back to visit his sister-in-arms. Petrus's ambitions have finally been fulfilled. He obtained the much-coveted title of Cardinal. Despite the responsibilities implied by such a title, he still sometimes visits the one he calls his child. These precious friendships allowed my student to slowly forget Kurt's treason, even though she still feels bitter about it at times. Despite the help Ulan received, which allowed him to restore the importance of the seaside Nemeus, he still had to renounce the role of Marl as he faced the contempt of the other clans. Her friendship with Aranaxe helped Deirdre to overcome her reticence. She willfully accepted to follow the orders of her new High King. Dunkas and his people spent a lot of time with savants and theologians. Patiently, they shared their knowledge of the Earth and learnt new techniques from one another, and in so doing, they restored balance between the New World and the Old. The public revelations of Saint Matthias's life led to a deep change in Teleme. The Ordo Luminis was dismantled for good, and the missionaries' purpose is now to establish dialogue rather than conversion. Aware that their culture of secrets would lead them to their demise, the Nords changed their methods. They welcomed numerous new recruits amongst them, notably natives. Although it was weakened on the continent, the Guards' influence kept growing on the island around their city of Hikmet. They managed to establish peace with the natives, where the Alliance had only managed to create anger, despite the negative influence of some shady members in their midst.
Пиздец, шо и всё, блядь? Подожди, а что значит продолжить? Блядь, две концовки посмотреть.
Constantine!
Restrain her!
sorry.
Why? Why have you done this?
But for you. For us. So that we may live free at last.
This makes no sense. Constantine, it's madness.
You don't understand because you're still attached to the old world. This old, dying world which, to survive, has betrayed, used, and manipulated us and would not have hesitated to kill us.
Perhaps. But...
I've seen death, cousin. And I understood the vanity of it all. My father's ruses just so he could earn more power. The political bowing and scraping to preserve corrupted nations. I have been offered unrivaled power, allowing me to get rid of this. To send the old world back to its inevitable death and to build something new here. Something unique. And this new world is my gift to you. You and I could be its new gods, the immortal and benevolent monarchs.
He himself is the incarnation of the old world he is speaking of. He has its vices and its poison. For his own immortality, he's prepared to destroy everything around him, to break millennia of cycles.
To break millennium of foil.
Flesh of my land, think of all the lives that will come to an end to feed his bride.
Don't listen to this old god. He's like all the others after all, clinging to life. All you have to do is to bind yourself here, with me. And we will be gods together, forever.
Together, forever.
Come. Trust me. You won't regret it, cousin.
Who could have predicted, when my two young students left the port of Serene, that they'd become the gods of Teofredi, thus plunging the world into chaos? Certainly not me. So it seems that I am a poor teacher. Amongst those who had tried to prevent the ritual from taking place, only a handful of dazed survivors remained, helplessly facing hordes of creatures following the orders of the two cousins. Afra and Petrus, former rivals, fell together. They couldn't accept this treason from the one they believed in. As for Vasco, he managed to run away and join the Naut fleet. Rumor has it that he went to their island, his heart full of bitterness, and never left it again. Ciora had done well to go back to her sister, who tried to lead a rebellion for a while, but just like the rest of the clans,
Бля, ну концовки вообще чисто именно просто рассказывают, что бы произошло.
All our nations sunk into a state of constant warfare, each accusing the others of being responsible for their terrible defeat. The congregation is now on the verge of forming, and I have no doubt that the others will follow. The lives which haven't been taken by war will be taken by the Malicor. On Teofredi, the Nauts report that nature has reclaimed its rights in the cities. After a period of chaos that saw the death of many rebel islanders, the survivors reportedly all ended up acknowledging the power of the two cousins. But sadly, this is nothing but hearsay, since the news we receive is scarce and getting even more so.
Ясно. Ну так вот.